event that's going to lead to all of that rain, and that's going to be the Friday severe event. Yesterday, it was actually a big snow event for areas like this, Snoqualmie Pass, where they actually got about 10 inches of snow in those spots of the high terrain of Washington. And so let's talk more about how that is now a low that's moving through the northern tier and is going to lead to not only the rain event that we're seeing in the mid of Michigan, but this as we get into the severe event for tomorrow. Here's a level 3 out of 5 threat. It stretches from Oklahoma City all the way up towards Wausau, Wisconsin, and anywhere in between. Something that I was trying to emphasize last night, I was talking with Tom Walks out of Milwaukee, was that these areas along Lake Michigan, they were only a level 1 threat last night. Now you'll see that they're in a level 2. That's the speed at which that cold front is moving, but also the low is parked up here. Why is that important? That leads to the triple access point being closer to Wisconsin and those areas like northern Iowa, which means it aids in that vorticity. Either way, you're looking at supercells that could form by tomorrow afternoon into the evening time. Plenty of atmospheric moisture. Look at the dew points. They're in the mid-50s to mid-60s. That means the atmosphere is ripe. It's prime for these storms, even though you've had 2 major events so far this week. It's not depleted. It's not tapped out. If anything, we're seeing today all of that moisture and heat return, and it sets the table for tomorrow. This is what I was talking about with the triple axis point. Here's that low pressure. You'll see that the wind is derived. The greatest area of concern is right in here. Why is that the case? Look at where the blue wind is coming in out of. That's going to be at 10,000 feet. It's roaring out of the west, southwest. The winds at the surface here is actually out of the south, southeast. So what it's doing is changing direction and speed with height. That creates that vacuum effect, the vorticity that can unfold. Also notice that it's married to where you have the most instability, that heat at the surface, that energy from Waterloo out towards Madison. Why you have that tornado threat, a level 3 out of 5 for those spots. Will not be surprised if that actually gets enhanced or just in the next several model runs, or if we see this into tomorrow with those updates. Encourage you to tune in tomorrow morning on Fox for the First. We'll be nowcasting tomorrow. On this show tomorrow night, we will be in the thick of it as you're looking at Central Time on into the afternoon and evening. This is the start of Fox Weather Live. Tomorrow, you'll notice you have a main line that's blitzing through, hurricane force gusts associated with that, and then rogue supercells back on the backside of that as well. But it doesn't stop just into Friday. Then we get into the weekend. And Saturday, we have more storms that are going to enter into spots like the Ohio Valley region. And so let's talk about what their threat is going to be. On Saturday, it's nowhere near the billing that we had seen for Friday, but a concern because, look, this is Grafton, Ohio, where they had, just large hail just yesterday. And I remember talking last night, and it was Cleveland. Cleveland was just getting blasted with storms one after another. Cleveland, for this event, you're in a level 1, but notice not too far from there, Pittsburgh, you got Columbus, you got Cincinnati. They're in that level 2 threat. The big concern would actually be the damaging wind event. So here is the lingering showers from Friday's event overnight into Saturday morning. Then you get to Saturday mid-morning. You're starting to create some of that instability. It's not till Saturday afternoon. Allegheny Range up towards the northwestern New York, Finger Lake region. Now you have that line of storms that's really starting to enhance. Why is that important? I mentioned the Finger Lake region of western New York. I mean, it's been warm all week long. It invites you to get out towards the water. The last thing you want to be in a damaging wind event or in a large hail event is out on the water. Now, how are you going to escape that, right? You can't get inside real quickly. And so if you're planning outdoor activities, you want to really time it out. If you're along the coast, I-95 corridor, Saturday is your day. Enjoy it. If you are, west of the Appalachian Range or the Allegheny Range, that is the day. Saturday is the day that you want to make sure you keep an eye to the sky. Sunday's your day to get outside. Pittsburgh is a good example, right? 81 degrees. You think, okay, it's going to be warm outside, but that triggers the thunderstorms. By Sunday, though, 51's not bad. Partly cloudy skies, good opportunity to enjoy the great outdoors. And so we'll be talking more about this threat as it emerges on into the weekend as well.